we know, can lead in any direction, and I am immensely pleased to be a part of this occasion. Robbie, foremost, I'd just like to congratulate you on being the first in our very tight-knit circle of friends to get married. It must feel so good to have been at a group of such undeniable bang magnets. Now, I don't want to say that it's been discussed or anyone predicted you'd be the first, but I think David Wexler owes me 20 bucks. They say that everything is bigger in Texas, but the Kramers prove otherwise. There were several alternate endings to that joke, but good taste prevailed. Actually, Mr. Kramer, I don't know if you remember, but nearly 7 years ago, you took me out for pizza. Just wanted to say thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in everyone's life when the heavens align, when destiny presents itself, when you meet your one true better half. Obviously, for Robbie, that moment came when he met me 25 years ago.
Sorry.
Perhaps it's rare that two people can say that they've been friends their entire lives, but there's really no question about it. Robbie and I met for the first time in diapers. Assuming nature takes its course, there's a good chance we'll meet for the last time in diapers. There's really no easy way to briefly describe 25 years of friendship, but please indulge me while I try and put it into perspective. Robbie and I went to preschool together, elementary school together, and junior high together. We played on the same soccer team, the same baseball team, the same basketball team. We went to the same summer camp, the same sports camp. We even went to the same weird chemistry/astronomy/woodworking camp. You can see how well that one paid off. Let's just say in Robbie's law office there won't be many knickknacks that he whittled himself. We spent countless hours at each other's houses, joined the same clubs, were active in the same youth group. We went to high school together. We even went to college together. Upon receiving our degrees, I put my arm around Robbie and said, you know what? Enough's enough. Just tell me where you're going and I'll go somewhere else. I was kidding, of course, because Robbie is the kind of guy that you want close by. But as luck would have it, he decided to attend law school in Washington, D.C., and I wanted no part of that. If I can backtrack for just a moment, though, it was during college at the University of Wisconsin that fate, the fate which has brought us here tonight, began to take its course. See, freshman year, I was living in the Statesider, which, as you may or may not know, is a private dormitory and a virtual mecca for coastal Jews. In fact, when I would divulge that I was a Jew from Nebraska, many of them would place their hand on my forehead just to make sure that I was real. But as it turned out, in the room just down the hall from me lived a little blonde girl from Texas. You just wanted to pick her up and put her in your pocket. Now, she will deny this with good reason, but that year, Andrea and I were incredibly good friends. I'd even say that we were partners in crime, like Turner and Hooch, or matzah and eggs. I don't know. Robbie lived in the more private, less welcoming dormitory directly across the street, often dropping in on his friends at the Statesider and occasionally asking about Andrea. Honestly, it wasn't creepy at all. Now, sadly, as we said before, I cannot take credit for their introduction. But I was there when it happened. And let me tell you, people, at that particular moment, if two people in the universe were to fall for each other, it would definitely not be Andrea and Robbie. On the list of things I don't understand, how the two of you eventually got together falls just between astrophysics and how they make Funyuns. I don't know about that one either. Color me ignorant, but the genesis of your relationship really is baffling. As a matter of fact, perhaps one of you could enlighten me. I'll be here all weekend. However it happened, all that matters is you're together. So when Robbie called to tell me of his engagement, I was living in Chicago. I answered the phone to a typical Robbie Epstein greeting, and almost immediately he said, "Tony, are you sitting down?" I was shocked. Not by news of his engagement, because he asked me if I was sitting down. I mean, who says that in real life? Nonetheless, if it wasn't evident before, it certainly was now. Robbie and Andrea were truly in love, and in my book, there's nothing greater than that. Incidentally, I don't know about you, but I remember the first time I was in the presence of true love. It was actually at my sister's wedding, and I just remember feeling really warm inside and had kind of a tingly sensation. And I know I felt that way because I was really drunk. Well, I should wrap this up now. Not because I want to, but because knowing me as they do, Gary and Lisa have given me a time limit, which I've likely exceeded, and I do apologize. But I'd just like to say this. I could have spent the last 6 to 8 minutes making fun of my good friend for many, many, many things. But I'm above that. So, before I go, Robbie, Robert, Rob, is it Rob now? I don't know. Keeps changing it. He's like P. Diddy. Anyway, I've never said this to you before because, because in any other setting it would probably just be awkward. But this is your weekend and it's your wedding. And I'd like you to know that if anyone deserves a lifetime of happiness with somebody as terrific as Andrea, it's you. You are without question one of the most genuine human beings I've ever known. You are a consummate gentleman, you're honest, kind-hearted, caring, compassionate, generous. You seem to live by the golden rule. You treat everyone with grace, with dignity, with respect, and I'm wondering if you could please stop because it makes me look like a schmuck. To the Epsteins and the Kramers, thank you for letting me speak tonight. To everyone, I'm staying at the Holiday Inn Express, and I will be hosting a gigantic game of dumpster later. To Robbie and Andrea, I love you both. Congratulations. Perhaps we could all raise a glass. To many, many, many more years of happiness. I love you both. Thank you.